guys, it's TEW2013 here, and welcome to episode 5 of the modern day mod of the WWE, where we try and make Raw and the WWE in general a hell of a lot better than it is at the moment. Because let's be honest, it's pretty shit. So obviously last night's episode that went live would have been the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view. I'm recording this before the actual Hell in a Cell pay-per-view, so I've no idea, if Lesnar's killed Undertaker or vice versa. No idea at the moment. As I say, my storylines will start to branch out to where I want to take them as we go in a completely different direction from the WWE. As always guys, if you have any comments regarding the series, let me know in the comments section below. Of course, if you enjoy it, hit that like button, and if you wish to continue on with the story, subscribe, and all these videos will drop into your inbox every Monday. Today's show is the first show. We're back at 2 hours, and convenient enough basically is I ran out of space to book people, so that's why I've got a lot of pre-show matches, but it just shows you, I think 2.5 hours would have been perfect, but 3 hours was just too much, and maybe 2 hours is a bit short, but we'll try and work everything out as we head towards Survivor Series. We've got my history. You see we're booking the show in Idaho, in the northwest. You see there with a couple of people in here. We actually have turned Emma heel. She was a face from development, turned her heel. She's going to be aligning with Paige going forward. So without further ado guys, we'll kick on with the show. We've got 18 segments, a couple in the pre-show as well. Enjoy! So it's mostly matches, it's mostly people that are fed up of NXT, already want to come up and we've got nothing planned for them. We'll eventually build up their overness via the pre-shows before eventually bring them into main roster storylines. So we'll start off and about it featured solid in-ring action, but non-existent crowd heat. Asuka defeated Alicia Fox in 550 with a Billiken. This was a D-38 because Asuka's not got much overness at the moment, but obviously a phenomenal athlete. No skill improvements here as she picks her first win. Negatives here mostly for Alicia Fox, but a good win there for Asuka as we'll slowly transition her into the main roster, probably hopefully before the end of the year. An awful match that was completely devoid of heat. Becky Lynch defeated Cameron in 3:14 by submission in E26. I have no intention to use Cameron as a wrestler, so I may as well sacrifice her overness to give to the likes of Becky Lynch, who's like not over at all, and then maybe use Cameron down the line as a manager, vice versa. No skill improvements here. Dirt sheet's going to be a lot for Cameron. Yep, so the quicker we get her in a manager's position, the better. I'll probably might even put her back to NXT, but at the moment I'd quite like to put her overness over to Becky, who really does lack it. I think she's at 13 at the moment, so we've got to try and get that overness up over time. In a match that had some good action, but not much in the way of heat, Finn Balor defeated Jack Swagger in 7:52 with a brainbuster. That'd be quite impressive to see. C60, just a good match again to put Finn over, as we'll debut him eventually. Mostly negatives for Jack Swagger. Again, just building Balor up before his main roster debut down the line. And about had some solid in-ring action, but non-existent crowd heat. Kevin Owens defeated Kalisto in 7:37 with a package piledriver. At D47, Kevin Owens' performance stood out to be good. The match was too long given who was involved. The plan was Kalisto's only an enhancement talent, but to build him a little bit overness up, we just made it an open match. I probably should change his push because I do want to give him a little push, but I think if we build him up slowly but surely, once he's ready for a proper push, he'll have the attributes to get him to a decent level. There were no worker improvements in this one either. Disappointed that we're not getting much skill improvements. But overall, few negatives there, a negative crowd reaction for Kalisto. Oh. But we'll sort that out and hopefully over time the WWE Universe can take to him. And then a match that had some good action, but not much in the way of heat. Randy Orton defeated Xavier Woods in 5:30 with an RKO. C63. This was the same idea. We put it as an open match to give Xavier a bit of offense and try and get his overness up. Randy Orton was off his game. Kofi did some good work at ringside. Negatives. So they're happy with the way we booked it. Negatives is really just for a lot of things on Woods and a few on Randy. But overall, again, it's a pre-show and we're just helping build people up. And another good thing with these kind of things, in the pre-show you can see who matches up with chemistry, who's great chemistry, poor chemistry. It is random, so you never know. So let's start on with Monday Night Raw. We start the show with the COO of the WWE, Triple H. Last night at the Hell in a Cell event, we witnessed everything. Destruction, chaos, and of course, controversy. Now, and then Sheamus Musics decides to cut off Triple H, and he storms to the ring, absolutely raging at the events of last night. Now, Hunter, I hope you made the right decision, because what happened last night was a robbery that occurred. Surely you must revoke the decision and give me back my... And then he's interrupted by Seth Rollins, who goes, whoa, Sheamus, you got robbed, but hello? A guy who legally didn't hold the Money in the Bank contract got a match and beat me, and there was nothing I could do about it. Where is the fairness in that? Guys, said Triple H. After our legal team looked into it, I'm afraid to say that the contract states it's whoever is in possession of the briefcase that may cash it in, thus meaning Dean Ambrose is legally the champion and just got lucky. But rest assured, this is not best for business. So B78 continues the battle for survival storyline. Triple H worked the crowd. This is a two-part segment, so I'll just skip into part 2, but Triple H get a good bonus for improvising. So we'll jump into that. So Mr. Ambrose, if you're watching, be ready, because it's up to you to survive. Survivor Series, you will defend the WWE World Heavyweight Championship against not just one man, but 5 others. And if you thought the Hell in a Cell was bad, well son, get ready because you're going to enter the Elimination Chamber. So B79, and we are bringing the Elimination Chamber back for the Survivor Series main event. No skill improvements, and another decent one there from Triple H. Ambrose, again, a couple of poor things there. Again, as soon as we can turn his gimmick, we will. Again, we're just pushing Ambrose to the moon and hopefully getting him over. We need to build stars. He's going to be one of those stars. Our first match on Raw, an extremely short match. Paige defeated Charlotte in 5:29 by pinfall with the Rampage, following interference from Emma. D47. The Diva storyline continues. There are no skill improvements. Negatives here, just both women holding back and lowering the crowd's mood, but overall I'm pretty happy with that. That's a decent way to start them off. Better than the matches with Nikki. There'll be a lot of matches here obviously because we're running out of time. So people will get a couple of squash matches. I think there's a spell where there's 5 matches back to back. I just ran out of time for angles. Sounds like WWE in real life, doesn't it? Next up, and about the featured solid in-ring action, but not much in the way of feat. The Wyatt family of Luke Harper, Braun Strowman and Bray Wyatt defeated Damien Sandow and Los Matadores in 7:18 when Bray Wyatt defeated Diego by pinfall with a standing senton splash. It's a C-58. El Torito did some good work at ringside. He's still paired with them. Eric Rowan's injured for another 3 months in this mod, so we won't be seeing him anytime soon, in case anybody's wondering the situation with Rowan. And it starts off the Brother of Destruction versus Wyatt storyline. Obviously for last night that the Wyatts attacked The Undertaker. That's the way we're going to go. It's just building towards that. Does it spoil it a little bit, but you can see pretty much where we're going to go with that. Fernando's improving his technical skills. Luke Harper's improving his flying skills. Lots of negatives there. We're hoping putting them in with people like Fernando and Diego can help Braun Strowman. But hopefully that working with Bray Wyatt can get his overness up. After the match, the lights dim and Bray Wyatt, with the family behind him, is about to cut a promo. 25 years ago, something came to this earth that became iconic. It became the fear, the man we all feared. For years, soldiers, they stood up to him, but then they would all fall down. As time goes on, the fear grew larger and the aura got bigger. But all these things have to come to an end, man. Dead man, you scared the children for so long, but let me be the first to tell you this, there's a new face of fear. A new man to take over, and never mind no Ministry of Darkness, because all I need is my family. And this family is taking over. So dead man, last night was a warning. Next time, it's all about survival. Run, dead man, or it will be your last run. Wasn't doing a Bray Wyatt impression, so I just put man in to emphasise it really was Bray Wyatt. B-76, just a promo there from Bray Wyatt highlighting the attack on The Undertaker last night. I wanted to do something special at Survivor Series because it's Undertaker's 25 years anniversary. No skill improvements, and that's okay from Bray Wyatt. Again, somebody made to build up. Not like WWE's doing that in real life anyway. Next up, and about the featured solid in-ring action but not much in the way of heat. The New Day, Kofi Kingston and Big E defeated the primetime players of Darren Young and Titus O'Neil in 7:28 when Big E defeated Darren Young by pinfall with the 5 count after Xavier Woods interfered, or the big ending. Just his finisher, right? A lot of the finishers in this mod aren't their correct finishers, but I'm not going to be picky. People know what most people's finishers are. Just pretend it's that, okay? Because that's what I'm trying to do. C-59, Xavier doing some good work at ringside. Again, no skill improvements, which is disappointing. Let's have a look. Oh, a lot of negatives here, a lot of inconsistencies, a lot of holding back, as you would expect in a non-pay-per-view. But they're happy with the length of the match, they're happy with the booking decision. And again, because of the lack of psychology. So it's a lot harsher on a lot of the wrestlers, like in Captain Charisma's mods. You don't really see a lot of wrestlers getting done for psychology, but so far, that's Kalisto, Titus O'Neil, and Braun Strowman that have all been picked up on psychology. Interesting. You know, Titus's has been okay, although to be fair, Darren Young does cover most of the matchups for the hot tag. Next up, an extremely short match. Kane defeats Adam Rose in 147 by pinfall with a tombstone piledriver. Kane basically poops on Adam Rose's party. D44, Kane doing some good work at Kane off his game. Rosa doing good work at ringside. Apparently they're still paired together in this. Rosa Mendez is irrelevant as irrelevant can get. No skill improvements, but again just showing that Kane is a badass. Both guys with declining physical ability, so we'll probably slowly but surely take Kane down from the main event. Obviously we'll put him in that feud coming up shortly. Speaking of squash matches, an extremely short match, Roman Reigns defeated Bo Dallas in 128 by pinfall, D-56. Didn't have anything for Roman for this episode, didn't want him off TV, I want to keep him hot basically. Keep him racking up wins, gaining momentum. Quick win over Bo. Bo was off his game. Bo managed to improve his performance skills in the space of 90 seconds. And overall, a few negatives there, but does his job. Basic squash. Bo Dallas is only 23, plenty of time to build him up once we get a serious character for him. Next up, in a match that showed some good action and average heat, Dolph Ziggler and Cesaro, the Swiss Superman, defeated Mark Henry and The Miz in 7:57 when Cesaro defeated Mark Henry with a neutralizer. That would be impressive to see if he could do that. C+66. Mark Henry and The Miz showed excellent chemistry. Could we see that as a future tag team? Probably not, but that's an interesting pairing that worked out. No skill improvements. Negatives here, all guys holding back slightly, and The Miz for inconsistency and a poor gimmick, plus the length of the match. That basically tells me if these guys had overness, that would have clicked. So hopefully we'll build some of these guys up. I'm quite happy with that. So there'll be a lot of guys that won't really be in proper storylines going into the Survivor Series, as we'll want some Survival Series 4-on-4 matches that we haven't had in a few years, and I'd love to bring back. Because it's tradition, and watching a few of the old Survivor Series on the network, having it fully they kind of matches just makes me just want to bring back that nostalgia. Next up, a music video is shown to promote Bad News Barrett, C-55. And then he's in action. In a match that had some good action, but not much in the way of heat, Bad News Barrett defeats Ryback in 6:38 by pinfall with the Wasteland following interference from Kevin Owens. C62, just want to keep Bad News Barrett looking strong. He's always one guy I will always push. As my fun offline save, I had him as a main eventer with relative ease, and because he really should have been Britain's first world champion. Barrett was off his game. The IC storyline continues because of Kevin Owens' interference. There were no skill improvements to comment upon. Quite a few negatives there. Low morale for Ryback when he saw that one out. Both guys holding back and both guys with poor gimmicks. So again, once it's a few months in, and not all the gimmicks are too soon to change. We'll definitely look at changing some gimmicks up. Now, match had some good action and average heat. Seth Rollins defeated R-Truth in 6:56 with a Phoenix Splash. C65. I was kind of hoping it'd be better than that, Seth. He did lose a lot over this, losing the title. Seth was off his game. There was a hint at an R-Truth heel turn that got a poor reaction, but most of the crowd still remember his last turn. For some reason, they say his last turn was very recent, when it was like 3 years ago in real life. But I'm definitely looking to turn Truth heel. I do have a plan. Nothing major, but just I'd prefer him as a heel because there's plans for R-Truth going forward. Truth's improving his performance skills. As I say, again with the heel turn, it's just going to build up segments, so anytime he's in a match, is it into that segment, which means the turn will hopefully be more successful. And dirt sheet. Both guys holding back, both guys on poor gimmicks, and Seth for inconsistency. But he has to be getting better ratings than that if he wants to be the future. Seth picks up the victory and celebrates. However, his music is cut off by the new WWE World Heavyweight Champion, the Lunatic Fringe, Dean fucking Ambrose. Rollins looks furious that he's been basically cut out while Ambrose laughs and holds up his championship. They have a stare down before Ambrose does a gesture to send Rollins to the back. The new WWE World Heavyweight Champion is in action next. The battle for the title survival storyline advances with another segment. And there's a B-76. That's not too bad. A couple of negatives. But we'll move on. And about to feature great action and a good crowd, Dean Ambrose defeated the Big Show in 9:51 with a headlock driver. C65, you need your champion to be pulling better ratings than that, even if it is against the Big Show. But Dean's improving performance skills. Negatives here. Still far too many for one's liking. Somehow though, Ambrose has defeated the world's largest athlete, the Big Show. But wait a minute, it's Sheamus and Seth Rollins, both men who Ambrose got the better of last night. Sheamus runs in with a brogue kick before he lifts up the fallen Ambrose, and Rollins nails the pedigree. He falls down motionless while the two heels stand above him. So both men get their revenge on Dean Ambrose's actions last night. B-74, the battle for the title survival storyline continues again. Negatives here again, just a couple for Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins, but again, we'll build them up. Don't worry about that. As I say, it'll take 2 months maybe to get properly into the swing of things. It's now time for our main event, the John Cena United States Championship Open Challenge. Cena's in the ring and he grabs the mic. Last night we saw the John Cena US Open Challenge go live from the Hell in a Cell event, and we saw the returning Bad News Barrett come very close. But to be the man, you have to beat the man, and as it stands, I'm still your US champion. So the challenge continues, the opportunities remain. Who's next to stand up to the US Open Challenge? You want some? Come get some. So B+89, Cena working the crowd. We need that big segment at the end just basically to get the rating up and make sure we improve our pop. And only negatives, gimmick and limited were being shot. The challenge this week is accepted by Cena waiting in the ring, and it goes 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pyro blazes off, break the walls down. It's Chris Jericho, and he's back again for the 9 millionth time. He heads to the ring, and he takes the mic. And he says, "You look a little surprised, Cena. Were you expecting someone else? Now for weeks after weeks, I've saw you do your open challenge and give the younger wrestlers the opportunity of a lifetime. So you're asking, why does Chris Jericho want to be the US champion? Well, it's simple. It's one of the few belts I've yet to hold within this company. Plus, do you honestly think the younger wrestlers have anything to gain from wrestling you? When they are in there against me, they are in there with the best in the world at what he does. So don't be a parasite or a hypocrite and let the best in the world do his job, Junior." Basically a couple of Chris Jericho catchphrases in there. The B-76, Jericho debuting his arrogant heel gimmick, and it's got an 86 rating. So the match itself, Cena wins lol. And about it featured great heat. In great wrestling action, John Cena defeated Chris Jericho in 12:01 by pinfall with an attitude adjustment, following botched interference from Bad News Barrett. John Cena makes defense number 5 of the United States title. B80. Unfortunately, Jericho was off his game. The US storylines continued. Cena improving performance skills. Quite a few negatives there on Jericho, but just wanted to bring him back. Give me another guy that's decent overness, and we'll keep Bad News Barrett in about this kind of scene as well. So overall, we get a B78, which increases our pop in 19 regions, which I don't think we can argue with. There's no loss of pop, and again, considering the mod, I would believe that to be a success. So we'll jump back to the main screen. We'll have a wee look at what our ratings were. Are we down at a 2 point whatever like the WWE are getting? Let's have a look. Monday Night Raw, vast majority like the show. They don't like superstars. The quicker I get rid of that, the better. But I said I'll just wait till the contracts run out. Don't want to check decisions? We'll check decisions. Uh oh. There has been an incident involving Randy Orton. Randy Orton has been identified as a steroid user by the WWE drug testing policy. As the drug testing policy is done in-house, the press have not got hold of the story, so there is no potential damage to the company prestige. As his employer, you now have to deal with the situation. Well, it's WWE, it's 30 days, regardless, or 28 days, and that is one guy that's going to be out of my main event at thingy, so he hears you out, then leaves looking irritated. So that's a shame. I'll need to change a couple of the plans. Orton was going to be part of the main event, but not now. But yeah, well, that's why the wellness policy's there. That's his first strike, so he gets the 28 days. So 0.29 on Sky Sports Free, 1.54 on Canal 5, 1.72 and 52 MX, 1.80 on J Sports Plus, 2.48 on Sportsnet, 5.54 on USA Network. So good rating there, and we're up from last week, so we must be doing something correct. So it'll be interesting to see getting into next week whether we make profit. I'd like to hope we do. If we can get maybe up to 30-35 million, we'll maybe look at bringing in another type thing like the Performance Centre, maybe making a second one. Again, looking at our investments, we'll maybe create our own venue. We'll see. Maybe make a second development. As far as that is, I'm quite happy with that. Storylines will take a couple of weeks to get into, but as I say, we've got a good little build to the Survivor Series, not 3 weeks, and hopefully it all goes well. So thank you for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you all real soon.